This is a portrait of Alice. I've started there with a charcoal drawing, which is a little bit loose, but the most important thing about that is to get the proportions, how it fits on the canvas, and just the positioning of key elements. So I've tried to get the eyes in the right place, and now I'm just going in with oil paint to establish the position of those eyes, which of course is key. Uh, and while I'm in there, I'm working on the lighting and the colouring, but the position, the colour and the lighting will all get changed. It's inevitable. It's impossible to get any of those things right first time. So the point is not to be too fussy, just know full well that it's all going to be changed, and just get something down there so that you can see what it is that is going to be changed. It's no good being a perfectionist at this stage, otherwise you'll spend forever fiddling. And in fact, the only way to see what needs to be changed, what's going to make it work, is by comparing things with each other. So comparing the lights with the darks and the middle tones, comparing the colours with each other, and comparing positioning and size with the positioning size of other elements of the painting. So it's obvious that you've got to have as much of that. The more you have of all of those things down, the more you can see and what's right and what's wrong, and then adjust accordingly. So I never ever start by trying to permanently work an area and say, right, that's, say for example, one eye done, now I'll move on to another eye. The eye is just roughed in, ready to be moved and ready for colours and tones to be changed. And now I'm going around with the hair, and it's the same thing. The hair is just roughed in. It will be adjusted in colours and position and texture, that's soft edges and the sharp edges, lighting. Everything will be adjusted to harmonise with the rest of the painting. And that includes the background. So I always, as you can see, the background is on here. Everything is on. And I am now obviously going round looking at what can be adjusted. Soften edges, add a bit more highlight, add a bit more colour. And there is the final painting. Often a lot of reducing down, because I usually start by putting a lot of accurate work in so that I can see what I'm working with and get the right proportions and everything as right as I possibly can. And often the painting gets looser. So it starts off loose for loose positioning and loose approximations of tone and colour, tightens up and then goes loose again to create a more painterly feel and to capture the rhythm and balance of the brushstrokes. And by doing that, you draw your attention to the focus of the picture, which of course is the eyes in this case, and possibly the mouth, both of which contribute a lot to the character of the subject. If you look down in the bottom left hand corner of the painting, you see where the hair is very, very loosely painted, and also the white top that Alice is wearing. And compare those brushstrokes, say for example, to the eyes. Obviously they're much looser. The brushstrokes around the eyes are much finer and carefully rendered. And it's knowing where to be loose, usually away from the focus, and how those loose brushstrokes balance with each other and create a rhythm which carries your eye around the picture, that is very important to the effect of any picture.